All right. Good morning, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. This is Robert Gabriel. I'm going to be your host today. This is my contact information. Please reach out to me if you have any question or any comments. Also, I have with me Kim Kuzak and John Phillips. They're going to be help me with some if I need help if I get stuck with something, and John will have some offers for you today. Just a disclaimer, anything you learn in this seminar or any other seminar, Microwize cannot be held responsible for any loss of data or revenue. You need to verify everything yourself. And today we have a quick meeting. Unless you guys have any additional questions, it could be in the part of the agenda or not. Today we're going to talk about the 3 or 4 new features in Lytec 2023. So this is going to be quick and easy, unless you want me to cover anything that was not planning to cover today during the Q&A. So the first feature we're going to talk about is auto creating pending transaction. So Lytec has a feature that it's been around for maybe 7 years or so, which is we use in physicians' practices that uses external EMR. Electronic health record, electronic medical record. So when the physician finishes with the note, it sends a pending transaction to Lytec. We also have the same feature when you're using an iPad to do like on-the-go super bill. So if you're a billing company or if you're a physician office, the physician can use an iPad to do electronic super bill instead of a paper super bill and has to send it to the biller. The physician can mark the CPT code and the diagnosis on the electronic super bill, and that makes a pending transaction in Lytec that the biller reviews and then will go ahead and push it into transaction. So Lytec is using the same exact feature we've been using for a while. Either you're using it or not, but it's been around for like 7 years. They're using that to take an appointment in the scheduling in Lytec, that the appointment has been marked as complete. So if you are the type, if you have the particular practice that every appointment that is marked complete, you want to turn it into a billing charge. So you can do that, automate it, and you can turn, let's say if you had 30 appointments today, maybe 2 walk-ins and 2 no show up, but the 30 pending appointment, you marked incomplete. So that can turn into 30 super bills or 30 pending transaction. Where the screen is, I don't have the latest version of Lytec yet to show you. Hopefully, I'll show you that next month. But this is what the screen is going to look like. Right here, this is pending transaction. You can scroll through them. You pick the date of appointment. So let's say, this was recorded last couple of months ago, but you will browse through the date that you want, and it will take every complete appointment and turn it to a charge. Then you can add the CPT and diagnosis if it's not a part of your appointment. And that's kind of like an automated way to make sure that you don't miss any appointment. So you have 30 appointment, you have 30 transaction or 30 super bills that you could turn them into charges here. So hopefully you'll find this useful. I'm sure some of you, over the years, I heard people were asking for something like that. It's not going to be useful for everybody, but some people have a great use for this. So that's a really nice feature to see. The next appointment that I kind of needed it myself. When you apply payment in Lytec, you don't have a way to do canned messages where you kind of like save a particular message and you can just pick that message instead of typing the same thing over and over again. Those messages could be included on statements. So when you're sending a statement, you can have those messages. So they're nice to have to be consistent. They're nice to make sure that you have a spell checked and everything there, nice and neat. So now Lytec 2023. So this is the canned message for Lytec 2023. So you are able to use those canned messages while posting payment. You can pick from those canned or pre-saved messages, so you don't have to type the same thing over and over again. So everybody has a use for that, or almost everybody have a use for this. So that's a really nice feature. So I know there's more of you that watches those seminars recorded than live. So thank you so much, regardless of you live or watching this pre-recorded. Thank you so much for taking the time to join me. The next feature, I've been around doing this for like 25 years, and this is probably the most important and most asked about feature. I love this feature. So what this feature is telling me is you have to use the clearinghouse that's called eMedics, that's owned by Lytec now, or owned by the same company that owns Lytec, which is CGM. With this, it's kind of like when you're using that, it will tell you what is the copayment for the patient, what is the remaining deductible, not just what's the deductible, you have the remaining deductible. And this feature allowed you to be able to collect the money on the spot from the patient, knowing that the patient did not meet the deductible yet, or their co-payment changed, or so you're able to do calculations to know what the patient owes you. You have a much better chance and much quicker and much cheaper to collect your money on the spot than trying to send a statement and trying to wait for your money. And think about it, when you go do any type of business, everywhere you go, to your dentist or to any other service, everybody knows what you're supposed to be paying. Only healthcare, that nobody knows who's paying what. And this is really puts a lot of pressure on physicians and medical billers and running a business over practice. This is a step in the right direction where you know kind of like how much money you should be getting or how much money the patient is responsible for. And by doing that, if you make it more easier and accessible for patient to pay you, I'm referring to credit card. So there's no reason for a practice not to take credit card. Yes, it might be costing you 2.5%, 3%, but it's a lot cheaper than the patient leaves and trying to send a statement, and if they send another statement, then call the patient and send the patient to collection or soft collection, whatever. It's too many stops. It's a hassle to collect that money. It is worth it, the 2.5% or the 3%, to get your money on the spot, especially now with a feature like that. You will be able to know what the patient deductible or remaining deductible, so you can get that money on the spot. So make it easier. You have the tools now to know how much a patient needs to pay you. There's no reason to have a bad cash flow for any practice. You should get your money upfront. It's a lot cheaper and it's a lot better for your cash flow and running a business. So this feature here is only restricted to the eMedics clearinghouse. Now, I've been getting, if you don't know this yet, you will get informed. Every clearinghouse is raising their prices by at least 6%. I've seen clearinghouses raising their prices by 12%. Now, no promises, but eMedics is the only one that has not raised the prices yet. This is the clearinghouse that's owned by CGM, the same owner that owns Lytec. So if you have any doubt or you're nervous about, of course, raising the prices, or if you have the Relay Health and you don't want to be owned, your clearinghouse owned by United Health for obvious reason, conflict of interest, or if you're looking to switch clearinghouses, eMedics is what we are recommending now, and it's going to have more integration into Lytec, and this is just an example of having that integration into Lytec, where you get to know what is the copayment, what's the deductible, what's the remaining deductible, and able to process what the patient need to pay you now. So instead of having to waiting for an EOB, then bill the patient and get paid 3, 6, 12 months later. It's a lot cheaper to pay that 2.5% for credit card. I'm not trying to sell you any credit card or anything. But as a business owner, that's how I run my business. I want to make it simpler for my clients to pay me, and it should be the same for you. You want to make it simpler for your clients or your patient to pay you. It is a business after all. You need to have a good cash flow. You need to to use all the tools that can make that happen for you. So the other feature, which is probably the most asked about features since I've been in business. The people wanted to know, how can I know how much the patient owes me? How can I know if the patient met the deductible? How can I know what the deductible is and what's the remaining deductible? An amazing feature. And if you look into switch clearinghouses, if you have not done that, so eMedix, which is the same owner as the Lytec by CGM, I will highly recommend it. And now John just joined us, and John was supposed to help me with some promotion that he is running for the seminar today. John, I know you just joined us. Do you have something prepared?
Yes.
Tell us what you have to offer today. Now, if you're already on cloud, the Lytec 2023 is going to be available. Would you upgrade after? Of course, we're going to consult with you if you're ready or not. So that's a given that any new features or any new version comes out, you will have it once we feel it's stable and you're ready for it. So you don't have to worry about any upgrades if you're on cloud. So John is going to mention this. If you don't have cloud and you want to join cloud, or if you on premise and you want to stay on premise means that it's a local server, not in the cloud. Of course, there's a huge advantage being in the cloud, but I'm sure we've been bragging about the cloud features and the benefit of cloud for many, many years now. So unless you want me to convince you about moving to cloud, John, tell us what you have to offer today.
Okay. Basically, today we're going to talk about the upgrades, the Lytec, mainly Lytec 2023 upgrade options and the special promotion that we currently have. So right now, if you are on Lytec, whatever version you do have two options for the upgrade, whether you're going to go with the server-based upgrade or whether you can go with Lytec Cloud. We always lean and recommend Lytec Cloud for all of our customers, and people who are already on cloud know the benefits of cloud, but let me tell you why you would choose cloud as the first option when it comes to the upgrade. So first off, with Lytec Cloud, you get
John, you wanna click on the presentation button so this way it's filling the screen. Yeah, go ahead.
Can you see the screen now?
Yeah, that's better. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, what I was saying is, why would you choose cloud? Because with the cloud, there are a lot of services included within the package, and with the technological progress that everyone is, with the world incurring and everyone is feeling right now, with the cloud, first off, you get the flexibility of accessing the software anywhere, anytime, just a good internet connection and you're good to go. So you're not tied to a specific workstation. You can access remotely, whether from home or from the office. And definitely with COVID, this was a game changer for different practices. Adding to that, whenever you feel like if you used Lytec before, or you didn't use, or this is your first time, if you ever face any technical issue while using Lytec, you can reach out to our support queue complimentary within the cloud package. So with the cloud package, we provide you with unlimited technical support. And once you sign up on the cloud package, as you know, as a Lytec user, each and every year, Lytec comes with a new version. So you don't have to pay for upgrades each and every year, because once you are on Lytec Cloud package, you're going to make sure that you're always up to date to the latest version in the market. Adding, whether you are a new person that is going to do the billing for the first time using Lytec, we provide you with 5 hours of personalized live one-on-one training with one of our trainers here at Microwize. We're going to take your hand step by step, train you on the software so we have the software works, and make sure that you understand hopefully each and every aspect of it so you can do the billing on your own. And of course, backups and data security and all of these points is currently very important for each and every practice in the market. So we take care of the backups. Everything is HIPAA compliant and highly secured. So we take care of the backups, HIPAA compliancy, high secure, so you don't have to worry about backing up your data yourself.
Now, let me stop you for a minute and talk about something really important. That last point, you kind of lightly said it, and I just want to stress on it.
Sure.
Probably the number one threat for any business, doesn't matter what business you are in, is cyber attacks. Cyber attack has been on the rise tremendously. By having your data in the cloud and managed by Microwize, it's not just the expertise at Microwize, which is I hire the best people in the industry. I also have a security company that monitors my traffic and every single server 24/7 to make sure that there's no attacks, and they see if any suspicious, they're constantly monitoring the traffic to make sure that no attacks. And if there's any attacks, it's kind of unplugs and isolate that attacks not to infect other people and other computers in your network. This is huge. This is huge because cybersecurity has been the number one threat for any business. And you always see the extortion that hospitals have and practices and any business have, including the most prestigious company. The ransomware and all of that is a huge hassle, and it's a huge disruption. And by doing this in your own, by having to take that risk, by running a server and running your own security and running your own backups, those people, they think, oh, I already have a backup. When the cyber attacks now is so sophisticated that once they hit your server, they know what kind of backup you're using, and they go and erase your backup. So there's a lot need to be done that most practices cannot afford, or most billing company cannot afford to do or to deal with, because they're very sophisticated. Those gangs and they make a lot of money from extorting businesses. And you don't want to fall a victim into one of those things. And people that we manage their network, or people where we help, is we seen and we what they do, and you don't want to be one of those statistics. So by being on the Microwize cloud, nobody's 100% protected, but I would say 99.999 protected, because we doing everything is possible to protect you and protect ourselves. There's no company that do what we do here with the Lytec cloud or anything similar that can have you as protected as we do, from backups, from monitoring, from everything. So by being in the cloud, you are a lot safer for your backup and for your data than anywhere else you can be. Okay. So sorry, John.
Not a problem. Great points to mention, Robert, to be honest. And definitely the cybersecurity is one of the main things that every practice should worry about and focus on. So whether you decided to go with the server-based upgrade or the cloud, we got you covered. So with the cloud upgrade, currently we're running a special promotion, which is your first 3 months totally for free. For the first 3 months, you're not going to pay anything, and you get to enjoy all the services that we mentioned, and of course, getting Lytec on the latest current version on the market. And once, as we said, with Lytec Cloud, each and every year, you're going to be upgraded to the latest version on the market. So once Lytec 23 is out there in the market, you're the first one who's going to get it. So 3 months for free. This promotion is valid until the 8th of December, so make the most out of it. And whether you want to just upgrade your current Lytec to the latest version and you want to stick to server-based, not a problem. You get up to 30% off, 30% discount on the upgrades. So these are the two promotions that we currently have, and we definitely want you to reach out to us if you have currently Lytec or you're planning to get Lytec Cloud. Either one of those. Just want to know what type of Lytec version you currently have, and what is the Lytec type that you currently have, and how many people are going to use Lytec in your office. With these two information, I can send you a quote right away. And here's my contact information. My name is John, and this is my number, 201-987-4467. This is my email, johnp@Microwize. I'll be waiting for your responses. And if you have any questions, please reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to assist. Thank you.
Thank you, John. So let me open the floor for any questions that you might have regarding the cloud, regarding the new features, or the new Lytec, or any other topic for the industry or the Lytec. I'm happy to answer. I dedicated this time for you, so let's put it to good use. So don't be shy. If you have a question, we'd love to hear it from you. So you can ask the question by typing it in the chat, or you can just unmute yourself if you have a microphone, or if you calling through the line. We'd love to hear your voice if it's possible. If not, go ahead and type it and we will read it for you. Or Kim will read it for us.
Yeah, I have a question on the new reason codes for the payments for posting.
Yes.
Those automatically be there? with the new version?
No, those canned messages will be customized by you. You do them once, and they will be there for you.
Okay, and I don't have to worry about like, so if I wanted to put one in about, I love the one that says apply to deductible, because right now I'm going in and typing a note saying apply to deductible, and then how much they owe.
Do it once, save it, and you can use it from now on, so you don't have to retype it again.
You don't have to worry about where it goes to, if it comes off of payments or charges or don't they usually link to?
So let's say if you have a charge for $100 and it went to deductible, so they pay you $0, or they pay $50 and the other $50 went toward deductible. So you can use it when you receiving either a $0 or a partial or a portion of the payment, and it will say apply to deductible. And if you choose to be showing on the statement, that message could be, you utilize to be showed on the statement.
Okay. Now, is there any way to have those messages come through when you post automatically?
Okay. So there is a way. I kind of covered that in multiple times before, but let me talk about it now because it's a very nice feature. I'm not sure if I have the tools to show it to you now, but
I can look back at the other ones.
You know how your not error message, but rejection code that comes in through the EOB? I'm assuming you're using electronic remittance, correct?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So there's a way that we can help you with support with that.
Okay, I can call. I'll make a.
So what it does is we can take that PR1 or PR3, and we can turn it into a message. So when you get that PR1 or PR3 or whatever, it will match it with your ERA, and it will put it there for you with the message that you want. Now, I like to kind of use so it's kind of like a multi-step one, but once you set it up once, it's there. So it's kind of like going to configuration and going into preference, but you don't have to remember the steps or do this. We can help you to do it. And kind of like matches the codes that come in. So over here, this is the remitting posting. Okay. And we kind of like do remittance code. Okay. So those are all the remittance code into the system. Then you can assign the code. So you can have a code in Lytec. It's called PR1 or PR3 or PR99, whatever it is. And kind of like you use the code in Lytec, make it like a rejection code and match it together. So when it comes from the ERA, it will see that it's whatever code it is, and it will put that message for you, so you don't have to retype that. And I like to be consistent. Like if it's coming on the ERA as a PR1, I like to make my rejection code a PR1. So
right, I agree.
Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
thank you.
I'll make that's how I would do it. Yeah.
I'll make a list and put together for support and just go over it so I have it ready when I call. Okay.
Okay.
No problem.
Great question, Tammy. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Any other questions? Okay. Well, this is my contact information. If you think of any other questions related to Lytec or anything else, please don't be shy to reach out to me. I want to thank you so much for your business. I want to thank you for joining us today. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, John. Have a wonderful day, everybody.